是刚刚都学的手机倾听哦。
Assault rifle because I think that we're going to have to go somewhere dangerous next. Usually the games last around 30 days. Issue, come on, why are you whining? My other cats is here. Always one more streaming. Okay. Just keep on checking on Marko because sometimes he just decides to stay and scratch me even if he's no longer tired. Decently sleep. I'm wondering if it's actually worth us getting insurance to make meds if Anthony's going to keep getting sick. The reason why I feel he might is because I think it's a slight glitch in this version of the game. I think that characters, again, I think they can get sick even when the house is warm. Just be. First, so always keeping an eye on those rat traps just at the very bottom right of the screen there. Yes, I will get that thing named up. Hey, I am. And another cat. That should save it. That was one night. too much that we really need. It should be okay, even if he's sleeping. I want him to sleep that night off. We've got to still scavenge. Let's do it. Which Anton can defend himself if needs be. If I knew that we were going to get raided, I would put him on guard. I'm going to have just a look around first. Oh, wrong person. The hell, where am I? Okay, don't ask me what the hell happened there. I hope I didn't accidentally shoot that girl. I think I did. But she seemed to get away, didn't she? And then somebody else just cowering. They seem to flee. Marko here. Let's see, is wounded. That's gonna require some treatment. I can't remember if I saw the hospital as a potential scavenging location. I did, that's good, because we'll go there and get healed. Although I do think that we have bandages back at the shelter, which we need right now. I mean, coming here was potentially stupid, but we had to. Where else were we going to go? Now what I'm hoping is that both of our characters say, oh, it's a really good thing that we saved that girl. I mean, some of the targeting got a little bit messy there. Looked like we had a right old punch up with a couple of those guys. We'll have to see what the after action report is. Okay, let's do the usual. Let's start as far back as we can. You can see that Marko there still got a bit of a turn of speed on, but he's limping. Okay, we can get to there. Oh, actually, it does look like we've got some rubble. It does look like we're going to need that crowbar. I'm actually quite liking the fact that we're picking up some of those herbs. So we might need to make some more medicine and throw down to it. Okay. So we're going to need the shovel, we're going to need the crowbar. I forgot about that. That's fine. Just got plenty of scavenging time left. I'm just going to grab everything. Painful watching him just sort of limping along like that. Still, wounded is okay, we can deal with wounded. I hope we get enough weapon components to make a hatchet. That of course would be very useful. help supply us with some firewood. Defo some good stuff there. You better keep an eye on that time. When you're scavenging, you absolutely can push it right to the limit. But if you get caught by the sun, you get back to your shelter later, leaves you less time to do stuff that you might want to do. Sure. And normally I'd be a bit more selective with what I bring back. But it's Marko, you know, we've got a huge inventory, we can just collect stuff up, stockpile it. Looks like we've got some okay stuff on this level. Meds, that's welcome. I mean, those broken meds, we can use those to create some pills of our own. We've got about an hour and a half game time. Let's make all that water back at the shelter. Okay, the rest of this site, the rest of the scavenging site, we can sort out some other time. Leave the tools here because we're going to be coming back at least for a few nights, hence tons of water that would be great for trade there. I kind of want to bring this back because I might want to make some more strips of meds just in case I'm getting sick. Just think about our trade as well. Get some back so we can make some cigarettes. This will do for now. Well, that was exciting stuff. I do wonder what our guys have got to say for themselves. Since we just ganked some bad guys. Is that how they'll see it, or will they be upset? Yes, hardened robbers, and yet Anton managed to defend himself. Come on, man, don't talk yourself out of feeling good for doing a good thing. First things first. We don't need water, do we? I think I might want to make these guys some food, to be honest. I want to get them to well-fed. I don't think I've really been considering their morale enough. We know definitely that we can have Marko sleeping tonight. That's fine. Anton's going to respring that trap because he is a better rat catcher than anybody else. The traps reset quicker for him than they do anyone else. I really want to get both of these guys on the same hunger levels. And I want them both well fed. Huge morale boost if you do that. So I don't think those ruffians will be returning. That's not usually how it works. So we should be able to just keep going there. And it should be safe from now on. We'll completely rinse that place. Okay, nothing new happening in the world. May as well just get some currency ready. Cigarettes, of course, fantastic trade items. Okay, I guess what we could do, I mean, if we're so inclined, we could upgrade this so that we can get better meds from it. It's an option. Certainly nobody's going to arrive today. If they were, they would have by now. Need a lot more electrical parts if we were going to do anything. Yeah, we'll keep that as it is. Yeah, we could do with some weapon components because I would love to have a hatchet so that we can get some more firewood more easily. Still, go on, old man, build a snowman. Yep, that's where we're going. Let's just quickly check. I think this is the edge. Yes, it is. Right, there's too much value up there, but we want to make sure that we're bringing absolutely everything back. Thinking of stuff that we might want for the shelter, I don't think anything that we strictly need, but there's still definitely some nice to haves. Being able to regularly make meds is going to be useful. Oh my gosh, I'm so not used to having such a limited inventory. Oh, this is agony. Definitely burning through more wood than we scavenge. Not as big a problem as it sounds. It is if you're really burning through wood regularly, the only characters that you can scavenge with have tiny inventories, you know, and you still desperately need to build stuff, then it's a real problem. This winter's come in as we're pretty well established in our shelter. We've got pretty much all my cons, so not a problem. Along with trading, we'll be able to keep top of the wood situation. But it would be difficult to keep ahead of it if we don't have a chance to collect actual firewood, and we're going to have to use Anton at least for tonight. I mean, Marko might be fine tomorrow. I imagine he's going to go down to slightly wounded. At least this location got a couple of days worth of stuff out of it yet. We've still got the music club, which we haven't visited. Maybe that's worth a shout. These maps where you start on the right and you go to the left just feels wrong. Oof, that's quite a drop there. For an old man. Jeez. Okay, these are the last little bits that we've got to scavenge. This will be everything that we can bring back once we've got this all stockpiled. Now we can start making those decisions about what we need. Yeah, I think we bring all of those back. I think that we might want to upgrade the herbal workshop at some point. Just so that we can, if the trader comes along, then maybe he'll have some weapon parts and we can start, we can make another hatchet. That would be very welcome. I'm trying to think, what would I actually want to bring back? What would I trade? Sure as heck trade water. Got loads of that, so there you go. I think we brought back some valid stuff. Again, we're going to keep on coming back here. We haven't got too many other places that we can go where we know that there's going to be a bountiful abundance of stuff. Well, those heaters doesn't seem to be on. Okay, get some kip, old man. Looks like those veggies might be ready today. That'll be something. Let's work on some trade commodities. Veggies, we've got food. We've got what I consider to be sort of a base level economy going on here. We can make cigarettes and basic things that we can use to trade. Trade hasn't really been an issue. At this point, we've usually got something knocking around that we can give to the guy in exchange for stuff that we need. We're going to rely more on trade as we completely drain certain areas of resources. I could go to the military base, potentially just mow through everybody who's there. Problem with that is that last time I tried it on a Marko run, I got everybody killed. I just don't really want to risk it, and I don't think that the benefits would outweigh those potential risks. Right here. Alien Federation, sound like aliens. Right, so the wheels are coming off this war, that's for damn sure. It's going to be ending sooner rather than later. We just got to hang on for a little bit longer. Tempting. Yes, we need that. I want to get rid of everything. I want to be able to put some veggies straight back on as soon as we've collected the ones that we're hopefully going to get. Do you have any weapon parts? No, you don't. Okay. Disappointing. I could obviously trade these in. Again, the multiplying handguns, I think that's cheating a little bit. Oh god, this guy, man. Driving a hard bargain, but then again, we are buying wood, and it is literally freezing cold. Jeez. Is it even worth it? Probably not. Just trying to think, what about... I mean, that would be able to just churn out cigarettes. That would be quite valuable stuff. I think that's kind of worth having. Well, that's driving out a real hard bargain there. Tins of food. Do we want to get rid of that? We don't want to get rid of that. Could we get rid of it though? This. You know what, mate? Nothing that I really need that urgently. Running a little low on wood. I could do with weapon components if you had those. That'd be great. We are burning through that firewood, aren't we? It's Nah, sorry, dude. He's just asking for too much. He really, really is. Maybe what we could do, we've got plenty of time. Let's get working on these. Maybe we'll make some cigarettes and we'll essentially sell back that tobacco that he sold to us. Meanwhile, of course, we're waiting for those veggies to spawn. Well, you know, to grow, whatever you call it. I think you should be armed if you're going to be trading, dude. I know why I'm calling everyone dude. Come on, let's have some fanfare as those veggies are ready. That's it. Straight away I want to get back on making some more. And of course we mix these with the raw food. All of a sudden we have tons and tons of food. No. Most important thing is that we get these veggies on. I might see if we can just do a last bit of trading, get some more wood, see if we can do that. Good, we're definitely going to get these planted before the end of the day. Marko, maybe we'll have him sleep tonight as well. Get touchy with me, young man. I think that wood and firewood seem to be worth the same amount in trade. Yeah, the joy of having veggies. Trade commodity. Although this chap doesn't seem quite so interested in them. Gosh. Having a hard bargain there. I mean, it's the most important thing. We've got to have water. We really do. Got to have wood, sorry. Though that does remind me, we do need water. Filters. Those last few cigarettes that we churned out, we get a little bit more firewood. Man, that is not worth it. Firewood is always good. Yeah. Absolutely. It's a great thing to be able to find when you're scavenging. I know that we can defend ourselves. I think Marko's going to be alright. If we sleep him during the day, I think we can send him out to scavenge. We've got the electric parts that we need to upgrade the herbal workbench. That's good to know. Wish that I had the hatchet so that we could see if there's any wooden things that we can chop around here. Probably are things like kegs and barrels. Bring the tools back because we might find ourselves going somewhere new next time. We seem to be a little short on components, if anything. Let's just load up on these, the basics. Definitely going to come back tomorrow night as well. We've still got plenty of components, plenty of wood that we can collect. Just the absolute bare bones raw materials that you need for survival. Can't remember, did we put Anton on guard or did we sleep him? Yeah. Marko can just sleep that off. That'll get rid of his tiredness and of course his injury as well. You can fix yourself up by getting to sleep. So we do have loads and loads of wood, maybe not a ton of firewood. We can make that pretty easily though. Let's get it nice and toasty in here. Oh, temperatures are still low. Thank you for telling me, radio. Curly died. Yeah. Okay, that's very, very good that we've got loads and loads of wood. Played this game for a long time. Anton used to be able to set the meat traps so you could get meat more frequently. Also, if you started with just Anton and Sveta, they would start with more things, beds, chair and an overstuffed chair because they weren't evil as the other player characters. Anton and Sveta started via random. Oh gosh. Yeah, one of the hardest runs is Anton and Sveta. They're both elderly characters. When they scavenge, they can't carry much back, they're not particularly fast. In combat, they're fragile, not particularly capable, neither of them is exactly Rambo. Putting them on guard, they don't do a particularly good job. The chances are that they're just going to let those raiders come straight in and get themselves injured. It is true that you start off with more stuff in the house, and also you'll have neighbours and things come along, give you stuff. Sveta loves kids. Yes, she does. So if you happen to have a young child as one of your survivors, then she's actually better at cheering them up and keeping them in a good mood, which can count for something. She does have an ability in that sense. Yeah, Sveta can look after kids. A character like Roman can kill everything in his path. One is more useful in a survival situation. Also with kids, if you can build things to play with them, that can keep their morale up. Yes, yeah, it can, and kids, they can be a huge drain on your morale. If they're unhappy, it's very likely that your characters will be unhappy. That's entirely reasonable. But if you can keep them in a good mood, then it kind of seems like all of the other survivors, their mood picks up as well. They're pretty picky, them kids. They don't really like living through this horrific wartime nightmare. But yeah, if you have those toys dotted around, somebody like Sveta to counsel them, then yeah, you kind of can keep them in a good state of mind. Okay, we have pretty much produced, I mean, probably all the firewood that we're going to need. Have you played the stories? I played 2 of them. A Father's Tale, I've got to say, I wasn't massively impressed with the story. I thought it left a bit of a mark. Told maybe an important story, something that I wasn't aware of, but I didn't really enjoy it. The final broadcast was stunning. That was so good. Wow. Really engaged with the characters. You had to make some tough choices as well. I just thought it was really clever. I thought it was really, really good. Yeah, and then I've got to play The Burning Embers, I think it's called, the final one. I'm looking forward to doing that. It's one of the reasons why I'm doing this little solo run. Get my head back into the game. And then, yeah, I want to play that last one. Father's Promise is very linear. The Raider 1 is more complex and your choices do matter. Yeah, they do. You get that sense of dread every time you keep pushing your luck by reporting the horrific truth of what's going on. You really feel like you're increasing the chances of something bad happening. And you do. Okay. I can do this scavenger and I think we'll have to cook. Pistols are still multiplying. I can do this scavenger and I think we'll have to call it a stream. This is going to be fairly straightforward. We're just grabbing this stuff. Yeah, I don't actually want water. Be wanting to make some food soon. Yeah, let's bring that back. Burning Embers is the 3rd one. Last November they released a 10th anniversary one called Forget Celebrations. Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know that. That's amazing. Okay, thank you for the note. That's brilliant. Alright, well I've got to call this a stream here. But thank you very much for joining me. I mean, hopefully I'll see you on the next one. It was great talking with you, Burnsy. And I hope to see everybody around soon. Bye-bye for now.